Hi guys, today we're going to talk about context clues. To start our lesson, we're going to watch a little video that talks about context clues and how we can use information to figure out words we don't know so we don't end up in a confusing situation. So I'm going to take my face off of the screen and we're going to watch this video together and then talk about it a little bit.
Boom! Ah! Sorry, Josh. I couldn't help myself. Josh, that can is all shaken up. It's ready to rupture, and I will not clean up your mess. Ah! I just told you it was ready to rupture. Yeah, but I don't know what that word means. Well, didn't you hear the clues in what I was saying? I told you it was all shaken up. It would probably make a big mess. Those clues should have let you know that rupture means explode. Yeah, well, I guess that means you're not going to help me clean this up. You're getting smarter all the time, aren't you, little brother?
So silly. All right, so in that video, they were talking about context clues, and the word that he did not know was rupture. So he didn't use his context clues or the other words in the sentence to help him figure out what rupture meant. So he ended up making a big mess. So we're going to practice with some different examples on iExcel and see if we can use our context clues, the other clues that the sentence gives us, to see if we can decide what a word means. So let's go ahead and look at this together. For example, this one says, what does conserve mean? We're going to use our nearby words, our context clues, to help us out. Please conserve water. Only use water when you really need it. If I just look at the first part of that sentence, please conserve water, I know that somebody's asking me to do something, but I don't know exactly what. Let's look at some of those other words or other clues. Only use water when you really need it.
Please conserve water. Only use water when you really need it.
So if I'm only using it when I really need it, it sounds like they are asking me to save my water. Conserve must mean to save. Let's try another one. What does dreadful mean? The cookies were good, but the cake was dreadful. So this is an example where I don't see words that tell me what dreadful mean, but I do see something that tells me the opposite of dreadful. The cookies were good, but the cake was dreadful. So the cake was opposite of the cookies. The cake was dreadful, the cookies were good. So I must be looking for the opposite of good. What's the opposite of good? Fluffy or bad? Definitely bad. So dreadful must mean bad. Mr. Martin will buy some goats. He will acquire 2 pigs too. So I know that whatever he's doing with the goats, he's also going to do with his pigs. So now I'm using a synonym. My context clues aren't an opposite. It's not necessarily the other words in the sentence or an explanation. I've actually got a pretty good synonym in this sentence. Do you guys see what it is? Mr. Martin will buy some goats. He will acquire 2 pigs too. He's going to buy goats and he's also going to buy some pigs. So buy and acquire are very similar. So that tells me that the correct choice would be to get. I'm getting my goats, I'm getting my pigs. So acquire, using my context clues, would be get. Lena is a swift runner. She wins every race. Does it sound like Lena is fast or new? Lena is a swift runner. She wins every race. What do you have to be to win a race? If you're running, you're probably pretty fast. My context clues tells me that if I'm in a race, I need to be fast. Let's try one more before you practice some on your own. This one says, please call me so we can discuss some things. They're going to call to discuss some things. If I'm on the phone, am I making things with somebody else? If I call Mrs. Staley on my phone and I say, I would like to discuss a cake, can we make the cake together on the phone? No, that doesn't make sense. So using my context clues and thinking about that word to call, I know that they're not making something on the phone. They're talking about something on the phone. So our context clues are those other words in the sentence or the paragraph or the phrase that help me figure out what a new word means. So you're going to have some examples of some words. We've actually got some pictures to go with them too. So that's a good context clue, not just your words, but your pictures, to help you figure out what a word means using your own words. So instead of choosing between two options, you're going to have to tell me all by yourself what you think the word means. We're going to use our context clues to figure out what some words mean so that we are not confused, just like the kiddo in the story who ruptured his soda all over the place.